Today, I'm going to talk about Livescribe paper. This is Chandra, and I know that when you go to look for paper to go with these smart pens, it can be confusing because there's all these choices, but I'm going to help you out, okay? Easy one is full-size college paper. So if you're a student in high school or college and you're taking notes, you're used to 8.5 by 11 traditional sized notebook papers. This is the 3 subject notebook, so I don't know if you can tell, but there's 3 individualized sections. The great thing about Livescribe paper is you never waste it because you're loading all your notes into the computer software at some point. You're never going to throw stuff away. So if you are using these 3 subjects and say one's math and one's science and one's history and you don't take a lot of math notes and you have half the book left at the end of the semester, you can just pick up wherever your notes left off and change subjects and use it for your next class because you can always sort your notes digitally within the software. But like I said, because the whole purpose of the pen is to allow you to write fewer notes, people don't seem to go through a lot of paper. Now, they recently came out with single subject paper, so that's more like the 80 to 100 sheets you're used to seeing. Next, they have a journal. And this comes with the Livescribe 3, or you can purchase it separately. The only thing I don't like about, of course, journal paper is it's bound just like a journal. You're not going to be able to easily rip these sheets out because they're bound down in the back. But if you want a professional look, this is a very nice, portfolio cover. Looks very business-like, small. You can easily carry. If you want to take notes in meetings, there's another journal option. The Echo model comes with the A5, like Apple sized starter notebook, and you can buy refill packs of the A5 paper. Generally, they come in like a 4-pack that's twice as thick as the starter notebook, but just for the size, it's A5 size. And then they sell this portfolio cover that you can get. It's got slots for business cards down here on the side, and it's got an elastic band to hold your pen. And it's got a built-in bookmark. So if you want to bookmark where you're at in your book, you can use it. So it's a separate portfolio that goes with the A5 paper. Overall, the A5 paper is great for people using it for business, taking business notes, maybe classes where you don't take a ton of notes. Now we have my favorite, pocket-sized paper. This is the original flip notepad, and you can buy online a leather cover that goes over the top. It was only available in black and pink as far as I can see, but you ever see a detective on TV and he's flipping his book open and asking interview questions, this is kind of what that's for. And then lately in the Aegir and the Symphony model pens, they're coming with a little starter flip book. I love the flip book because this just goes in your pocket. So your students that are welders, that are in automotive classes, that are taking vet tech classes, cosmetology, anything where they're walking and they're going to activities and it's just not really conducive to having your notebook up on a table. I mean, even with this portfolio flip book one, you got all this, hanging in space and you're trying to write notes. The little flip book is great. Now remember, with the pen, you're going to hit record, you're going to write a couple of key words, and you're going to review the audio recording on the pen later, so you don't need to do a lot of writing. For a job, great for people that need to take information but still be present and make eye contact. So one of the examples I always give is, say somebody who's getting orders, like they're going into a gas station and they're getting, order for supplies or something. They can open this up, write down the address where they're at, hit record, and then ask the person, okay, how many cases of that do you want? How many cases of this? How many cases of that? Make a quick jotted note, hit stop, say thank you, put this in their pocket, and then when they get back to the car, they can listen to the audio and they can capture all that information without being like, hold on, how many did you want? 15? Okay, and then how many of this? 10? All right, and what of this? Right? And you're constantly writing and you're distracting from your customer service experience. I don't know, interior designers. Tell me, you know, how do you envision this space? What kind of colors do you want? I can look at you, ask questions, and just write a few things down and then review it all later. So I love the pocketbook for so many applications for work and school. Just these are a little harder to come by. So I love to see that they're giving it in the starter book for the new pens. But I'm having a hard time getting the old-fashioned flip book, which I love the most. And just like all the Livescribe books, still got the buttons on the bottom to control the pen. Oh, and one more thing, you can print your own paper. If you go to the Livescribe website, you can print graph paper, you can print templates, you can print calendars. So there's a lot of other paper options, but these are kind of the big ones. Thank you, like and subscribe, and I hope this helps.